My name is Jacob Stewart, and this is a continuation of the Emergency Preparedness Merit Badge. It's still number 8, but instead of a personal first aid kit, I'm doing a family emergency kit. First up, we need a 3-day supply of water. Over here, we have our water, and then I also have more down here. But we use this to keep ourselves hydrated in case we run out of water. 1 gallon per person per day. Next up, we have non-perishable foods. As you can see, we have our non-perishable perishable foods right here. We have canned foods, which do not go bad. We use these because they don't go bad, so we can eat them whenever we want, and we won't have to worry about it going bad or anything. Next up, we have eating utensils. Right here we have eating utensils. We use these so that way we can eat our food cleanly. We don't have to use our hands, our germy, little bacterial-filled hands. Next up, we have a family first aid kit. Right here is our family first aid kit. We use this in case an emergency happens. Somebody gets cut, or we use this to heal wounds. Yes, as you can see, we have our cold compress. We have ace bandage, or triangular bandage, cotton swabs, band-aids, all kind of stuff like that. Next up, we have a battery or cranked powered radio. Right here, we have our radio. It is battery powered. We use this so that way we know what's happening in our community, so that way we know if there's approaching storms, if we need to get shelter, stuff like that. Next up, we have a flashlight. Right here, we have our flashlight. We use this to see in the dark, to know where we're going in the dark, so that we can see the path and where to go. Next up, we have extra batteries. We got our batteries right here. We use these in case, say, our flashlight runs out of power. We can just put these in and it will run back up. So basically we use this to power any electronical items. See, next up we have matches and waterproof container. We have our matches right here, right in there, and then the yellow piece is our striker. We use that to start a fire, or to see, say we run out of batteries, we use these to see in the dark. Next up, blanket or sleeping bag for each member in the family. I have 4 people in my family. That's including me, my sister, me, and my dad and my mom. We have 4 blankets right here. We have a sleeping bag. We use this to protect ourselves during the night, to keep ourselves comfort and warmth during the night. Next up, we have extra clothing, 2 to 3 days worth. Right here we have our extra clothes. We use these to protect ourselves from nature. We use it to keep ourselves warm during the night. Next up, we have face masks for air filtering. We have our face mask right in here. We use these to protect our nose and mouth from stuff and bacteria in the air. That way we don't breathe that stuff in, and so that way it doesn't mess up our internal organs. Next up, we have soap, wipes, and antibacterial gel. We have our antibacterial gel. I'll use this to clean up any cuts or scrapes to get the bacteria out of our body. Next up, we have our wipes, in case we have to use the bathroom and we need to wipe ourselves, so that way we can be clean. Next up, we have our soap to rub ourselves down with it, and we use it to keep our skin and body clean. Yeah. Next up, we have toilet paper. Like I just said earlier, we use it to clean our privates. Time out.
Yeah. 2.
Like I said earlier, we have our toilet paper right here. We use this to clean our privates in case we have to use the bathroom. So that way our body parts don't get infected with germy stuff. Next up, we have copies of important family documents and waterproof containers. Right here we have our important family documents. This is our Allstate plan. Are you doing good, Ham? We keep it in this waterproof bag so they don't get wet and ruined. And we keep these in case there's an emergency in our family and we need to report something. Next up, we have a signal whistle. We have our signal whistle right here. I'm not going to blow it because that would hurt my ears. We use this in case we get lost. We can blow it for somebody to hear us and call for help. And we can use it to bring people back together in case, say, we're playing a game and we need to get everybody back together. Next up, we have our local maps. We have our local maps right here, the Charleston and vicinity, South Carolina. That's basically Charleston and all of South Carolina. Next up, we have our South Carolina highways. It's a map of all the highways in South Carolina. We use these to know where we're going in case we get lost, so that we can go on our way. Next up, we have cash, if we had any. Next up, we have our cash. As you can see right here, we have a $20 bill. We use this in case we run out of food. So that way we can go to the local gas station and buy some food, buy some water, basically buy any necessary needs that we run out of. Because no power, no credit cards. Yes. And that is my family emergency kit. And we would put it all in this big luggage bag right here. Right here. And that is my family emergency kit.